What is this? None of that felt real. It's like I was in a dream. What the hell was any of that? We walk around the repository for a while after that. Red books, black books, blue books, yellow books, big books, thick books. There's quite the variety. Math books, physics books, science books, history books, philosophy books. They have everything.
Have you found a book that's tickled your fancy?
No, not quite.
Have you ever read the Akashic Phone, Yatsub-kun?
No.
In the Akashic Phone, there are things about planets, the sun, human beings, the past. Truly a great amount. Anything and everything is written in its pages. Try reading it when you have some time.
I will.
I'm sure you'll end up liking this world a lot more.
While we carry on our conversation, I can sense someone coming through the bookshelf opposite of us.
Something happened?
It's nothing. I couldn't quite make it out, but I get the feeling it's someone that I've seen before.
Hime-san.
Whoa, you startled me. Hime-senpai's new smart tool is a separable type, capable of splitting off into two. That's new Maz for you. Senpai seems to have been walking around with that half the entire time.
Did something happen? We just about finished our analysis of the email. Oh my, well done. Please come back to read it. We're on the way. So, shall we head back, Yatsuba-kun? Yatsuba!
Whoa now. Masuko bounces towards me in ball form.
We read approximately 14,000 books, all publications in this vicinity, and have pretty much deciphered what is being said in that email from earlier. However, how do I put this? Should I say we are able to read it but we cannot interpret its meaning? In any case, we'd like you to read it, Yatsuba.
Got it.
Oh, but...
Hmm?
My battery's about to die soon.
Well, I'll try reading anyway. At this point in time, what exactly am I expecting from your email? At this point in time, why am I still feeling as though I'm getting tricked by someone's April Fools? The enumeration of the meaningless data begins to draw a meaning. Yatsuba to Harushi. I'm being limited, so okay. I'm being limited, so I'll plan starting from what's crucial, all truth. I am Haru Shion, the Haru of the Dark Room, the Haru bad at multiplication, Haru Shion with 3 memories. The universe I am in right now and the one you are in have different aspects. The dimension permutation hypothesis was correct. A different cloud has been allocated. This email is to project to verify The hypothesis, please reach. 2236 AD. This year's our big chance. My apologies. My battery's dying. Goodbye. At the charger. Katsubakun. What was it? I am Haru Shion, the Haru the Dark Room, the Haru bad at multiplication. Thank God. It's really Haru and Shion. Still, that's not the part. Haru Shion with 3 memories. 3? Still, not that part either. The universe I am in right now and the one we're in have different aspects. This part. What does she mean by aspects? Besides, Haru, where in the hell are you to begin with? Universe, why does this word show up? 2236 AD. This year's our big chance. At this given point in time, I'm sure I forgot a clue. Any clue on just how deep and meaningless this world could be. To be continued. During class, my seat, the teacher's writing on the blackboard. I suddenly start to cry. Why? The tears won't stop. I don't have any idea as to why I'm crying. Or as to why I'm shedding tears. The more I try to stop my tears, the more they come flooding out, and before long, my body ends up shaking uncontrollably. What is it, Shion? Are you okay? I'm not okay. What's the matter? Shion? I can't stop weeping. I can't form words. Are you in pain? Do you need to go to the nurse's office? You need someone from first aid class to escort you, don't you? My voice doesn't reach them. I really wish I could use telepathy. I have a dream. A dream where I'm in love with a boy. A dreary room. I'm sleeping naked for some reason. That boy's looking at me. Who are you? He's a very warm person. A very delicate person. He says that he loves me. He kisses me. I guess somewhere along the way I ended up liking him. Maybe I've fallen in love with him. I have another dream. This one is more vivid. Everyone is having conversations someplace I don't know. It's like telepathy. I'm all alone. I'm afraid. So afraid. I'm relieved though. Isolated from the others, I'm definitely right here by myself. Also, just like now, I can't get by without lying. Every time I speak to people, I lie. I want to show myself how much of a good girl I am. I want to show my pretty side. The me who isn't the real me. It may not be a lie, but I can't stand it. Everyone always praises me for being a good girl, but that's not me, it's her. I can't tell but detest her and her neatly whitewashed facade. It's not the same in this dream, though. She's not here. I'm afraid because I don't know what the others around me are thinking, but I'm to believe the person there is the real me. The me that I recognize as me. Also, there are two boys. The tall boy and the not-so-tall boy. The taller boy has a face I think I recognize from the news. He plays the piano skillfully. The other boy might be the boy from earlier. He initiates a conversation with me as I sit there moping, unable to talk to anyone. Yesterday, Sunday, what did I do? What does he think of me? What do I think of him? I don't know. All I know is that whenever he calls me by name, I get really happy. They're reaching me at least. His words. I'm so glad. He lends his ear to my whispery voice. He listens to what I truly have to say. It's because we're not connected. His words. I miss them. That's how it is, though. Can't be helped. Why do I remember this all so vividly? Is it really a dream? Since I'm not really sick or anything, I returned to class by noon. Why was I crying like that? Why was I overwhelmed with such heartbreak? Also, the most mysterious thing of them all, even though I remember every detail of that dream, I don't remember when I saw it in the slightest. Today, a rainbow has been out the whole day. During lunchtime, I head to the music room. I slip out of my usual circle of friends I eat lunch with to wander around. I'm sure I saw it in my dream. Those two boys are in here playing instruments. Why are they trying to go to the music room? Let's go to the music room. No one will be there during lunch. I heard someone say that in the classroom, I'm sure. Despite that, there's no reason why anyone would be here. I'm still hopeful for some reason, regardless. See? You can hear the sounds of piano. It's rich with emotion. and the kind yet delicate melody. It's music that I've heard somewhere once before. Who's there? The piano stops. What? It's Yatsuba-kun. If memory serves, he's a boy from the class next to mine. I think he's the one who's funny and quite popular with everyone else. Sorry, I was passing nearby and could hear you playing. What's wrong? I have the feeling that I found something that wasn't meant to be seen. Make sure you don't tell anyone that I've been playing the piano, okay? Okay. He quickly exits the room as soon as I say that. It's at this moment that I realize the boy who showed up in my dream was Yatsuba. Say, are you in the same club as Yatsuba, sis? Yatsuba. I feel like I've seen him there. Why do you want to know? That sure is random. I just taught him a little at school. Oh. Not only that. A boy classmate of mine showed up in my dreams. But what does that mean exactly? Do you know? It means you like that person, no? Huh? That, or just the opposite? Opposite? Come on, you know, the opposite. Huh? Oh, that's what you mean. Geez, you're terrible. After that, I feel like days pass on like nothing had ever happened. However, I'll never forget that dream. On the contrary, my memories are being arranged and gradually becoming vivid. It feels like all the jumbled up pages are getting pieced together. On that day that I cried, on that day I suddenly had a mountain of pages thrust upon me. It's no wonder that I cried. Now that some time has passed, I'm able to scan all those pages. That's how I feel. Now I understand that there are two stories mixed in that dream. And that in both, Yatsuba-kun was there. A story where he calls me Haru and one where he calls me Shion. Memories of two separate dreams. Also, maybe Haru is in reference to the me that I detested. Fabricating a front. I use pretty words to make it seem like I'm not a bad person. Hurting him. Not coming to face with them. Masking everything with a smile. It felt nice being told I love you. So I wanted to say it more, but my pride wouldn't allow me to say it myself. I don't want to show my weak side. That said, it does make me think that I'm actually of value, so being told I love you and having someone consider you a good person feels good. And that way, I appease my self-esteem. I am the most important. I don't want to get hurt. I'm afraid of losing my worth, so I'm afraid of coming face to face with anyone, so I'm never able to love anyone. I can get along with anyone, but I don't dare love anybody. That's the detestable kind of person I am. I have no confidence. I don't have the confidence to live up to a single person's expectations. That's why I try to be loved by everyone. I make a false version of that myself that can get anybody to like them. If it helps me get along with someone I fancy in the crowd, then I don't care. That's the ludicrous excuse I tell myself. What am I even thinking? I'm so stupid. I'm so self-absorbed. I'm a fool incapable of consideration for people's feelings. This is the side of me I hate. Yet, I'm weak of heart, so I keep having the Haru inside me protect me. I just wish she'd go away, though. Maybe that's why I keep the Haru on the inside locked up in that dark room. Then comes the other story, Shion's dream. Shion is the ideal form I wish to become. Or should I say, I believe that my real form is Shion, the one that was being protected by Haru. The real me, however, doesn't know how to connect with people. No idea what others around her are thinking. The real me that I envision is isolated. My voice, it won't reach. It's not meant to reach. That might be the case here. Shion is the true form I envision and is more true to myself than Haru, whom I despise. The real me is someone who is not high demand by anyone. Is that true, I wonder? Shion is a poor talker, and is generally a person who's hard to connect to since she always splits hairs with her comments. That's why I've had Haru to protect me. No one wants to come talk to Shion not being protected by Haru. Wait. So where do I stand? The one people fawn over is Haru, which isn't the real me. And Shion is someone whom no one fawns over. I have two sides to my coin. Me, I wish to erase from existence. Me in the mirror. Me, at odds with myself. However, I have a feeling that both are the true me. Taking a little time, I start to consider the option. Haru and Shion are both me. Haru and Shion are both elements that compose me. They're both gathered together by what defines what I am. You like me? I like you. I like you a lot. I love you. He said that he loves me. The me that I hate, the me unnecessary to everyone. He loves both. It fills me with joy. I think to myself, I see. I understand. For some reason, somewhere along the line, I put the notion in my head that I had to be liked by absolutely everyone. It made me uneasy. It made me afraid of being the only one left behind in this world. However, However, you see, it's impossible to be liked by everyone in the world. If there existed someone like that, I don't think I would like them. He might be the one who taught me that fact. I think he's definitely one of the people who can hear me call out. There's a person who can hear me call out right there. I'm saved. Haru, your service is appreciated. Chion, you need be on edge. Yes, both are the true me. The two combined are me as a person. I believe I'm ready to accept that fact. Ever since the day I had that dream, I feel like I'm going to like myself a little more. He's going to the same school as my older sister. In other words, a different school than mine. Nowadays, I'll just spot him occasionally at the station. If I only had a little more courage, I wonder if I would be able to have feelings for him. In my dreams, I had feelings for Yatsuba, but I barely shared conversation with Yatsuba-kun in the real world. I wish I could see him again. I wish I could talk to him. I wonder if he thinks the same way. Wait. Oh, right. This is all stuff in my dreams, so there'd probably be no way that he would think that. If only I had a little more courage. Haru is a coward and Shun is a poor talker. Years have passed since I had that dream, and everything is starting to turn into memories of a time past. One day I read a certain book. Does the lion bow to the cat? I've become an avid reader due to my sister's influence. From the title I have no idea what the author is talking about. Its contents are unpolished, abstract, and very hard to follow. It's a disjointed essay, almost like the person sketched out all his ideas verbatim. It doesn't give me the impression that they're trying to convey their intent to others at all. The most interesting thing I find in these pages is in regard to the supernatural power of telepathy, said to be instilled in 1 out of 10,000 people. Reading closely, it seems the author of this book is a scientist and is very knowledgeable on all things related to telepathy. As I continue my reading, more things that draw my interest are written besides telepathy. The scientist has had the same dream that I have. Not only that, but they even go into a scientific analysis of this dream. To summarize their findings, the dream I had seems to be referring to a memory of a universe with different aspects. Any universe with different aspects? Reading on, a physics hypothesis named the dimension permutation hypothesis is heavily connected. Stuff like that makes what they're saying seems all the more suspicious. It's like something out of the occult. Despite that, what the scientists experienced resembles my case. The dimension permutation hypothesis. Universes with different aspects. Dreams. I want to do more research. What was it that I experienced? What in the heck was that dream? I want to meet Yatsuba again. Just one more time. Have you got the message ready? There's way too much that I want to write and it was pretty tough to pack it all down. I can understand your sentiment. Now then, I will explain the experiment one more time. Right. The upcoming January 2236 AD will have the majority of the singularity points within the cloud space of this dimension overlap. This is our big chance to intersect the cloud space of the dimension with differing aspects. And you're trying to send a message via electromagnetic waves aimed at that, right? That's correct. Though, while I say that, the previous figures are all theoretical. Accounting for miscalculations, from January 20th, 2235 to January 20th, 2237, I will continue to send 141 emails, 24 hours a day, for 731 days. Should you send that many? Isn't there a chance that they'll be taken as harassment? It's better than them not reaching at all. Besides, even sending this many, there's a distinct chance that not even one will reach its mark. A portion of the internet is finally back up. The data from the day of April 1st EMP storm is finally coming in. There's a lot of it too. Reports from radio wave observatories across the country are not much different from what I'm hearing on the radio. But hey, take a look. There are some things resembling your situation amongst all the rumors and conjecture flying around, Yatsupkin. My inbox is full due to me getting a large amount of cryptic emails. I got a bunch of emails I can't read. I received 42 mysterious emails. They all had a bunch of different languages mixed in. Perhaps what she says in the email is true. Are you listening, Yatsupkin? I'm still unable to follow what's going on. After that, I go outside to charge Moscow. When she starts back up, Moscow has a few more errors for a bit. However, apart from that, Haru's message that Moscow had read off is more of an incident to me. What does she mean by a universe with different aspects? Does she mean a parallel world? Haru's in a universe that differs from mine. That sounds ridiculous. I remember what happened on the day that the girls disappeared. What happened on that day where everything was taken from me by a force out of my control. Since we're outside anyway, want to go to that cafe from yesterday? You're pretty absent-minded, Yatsupkin. Let's try sorting things out. If we outline the content from your email, this is what we get. This email is a message from a universe with different aspects. Haru's in the universe with different aspects. Haru has memories of this universe on the other side. The dimension permutation hypothesis is the key. There's less information than I expected in this. But each bit of information carries a lot of weight in this. Honestly, I'm half convinced myself. That's really some sort of April Fool's prank. But the scope of this, you mean the EMP storm, cannot refute the possibility of someone intentionally causing it. Maybe it was an act of terrorism? Sproul. Senpai flicks my nose with her index finger. It hurts a little. Your expression is terrible. I don't care either way. If it's true or a lie, that is. So, do you believe her, Yatsuba-kun? You don't?
I believe, yes. I want to believe.
Okay. I'll accompany you then.
I mean, I have no choice but to believe. Originally, I found it all odd the moment the emails reached 99. And if we go back even further with the fact that the two girls vanished off the face of the earth, it's far past the scope of my understanding in the first place, starting from Haru's very existence as a whole. Even though it's too late for that to be surprising now, right? I mean, how am I supposed to see her?
It's an interesting story, nonetheless.
The neighborhood of 120-2236 AD is the nearest variable point. Before that, the neighborhood of 1-1-2000 next is 424-2449. This year there's no running away.
Aren't you glad? Get on there and not letting the timing slip past, right, Yatsuba-kun? No pep, no leeway, I see.
Sorry.
It's fine. Take your time and read that email from her.
I'll do just that.
Yatsuba, Haru Shion. I'm being limited, so I'll aim starting from what's crucial, all truth. I'm Haru Shion, the Haru the Dark Room, the Shion bad at multiplication. Haru Shion with 3 memories. The universe I am in right now and the one you are in have different aspects. The dimension permutation hypothesis was correct, a different cloud has been allocated. This email is to project to verify that hypothesis. Please reach 2236 AD. This year's our big chance. I've been saved all by you. Haru is the me I hate, Shion is the base me. You loved Haru, and Shion Yatsuba. That makes me happy. I want to see you one more time. That universe resembles this universe, but there's a denied discord. The neighborhood of 120-2236 AD is a nearest variable point. For that, the neighborhood of 1-1-2000 next is 424-2449. This year, there's no running away. 2,473,704 emails. That's a nuisance, isn't it? My sincerest apologies. The first part is some important sounding keywords, written very rudimentarily. I think to myself, is she really okay? But as I read on, proof of Haru Shion's existence and experiences that happened to her is carefully written down. I don't know whether you'll believe me or not, but if I'm no longer in that world, then you must have seen the instant that I vanished. I was so very happy at the time. You're seeing both Haru and Shion. You accepted us. Each of these 99 emails seem to all have the exact same content, but their separate data differs in data capacity. The capacity of the first and the 99th is the smallest, with the 50th and 51st being the largest. I'll make a convex graph to illustrate. Gaussian distribution, right? The first emails in the vicinity of the 99th have suffered severely damaged data. Maybe it means that these 99 emails present as something was drawing near and moving away. The message Moscow is displaying appears to be integrating all 99 messages into one while trying to account for the bare minimum in terms of damaged data. Nevertheless, the more I read on, the more damage I find, with messages breaking up in unnatural spots. Maybe that's why the beginning sentences were in the shape they were, because she's trying to only convey important keywords. Haru and Shion. Two personalities. Two faces, aspects of the same human being. Though I think that saying that I saved her is a gross exaggeration. All I did was I truly care for the person known as Haru Shion. Senpai, have you calmed down? Yes. Senpai, how do you suppose I can meet her? Honestly, I have no clue. But it would seem dimension permutation hypothesis would be a keyword in any case. What kind of hypothesis is this dimension permutation hypothesis? It relates to HT infrastructure theory, 18-dimensional space theory, and superposition geometry. We can leave the rest of AI-chan company here. I will look it up. Let's see here. First, in accordance with HT infrastructure theory, I believe I will start off by going over how the universe is generally considered to be constructed. Huh? You're quick. Superposition geometry is the latest form of geometry that focuses on the overlaps in empty space. Space overlapping is referred to as a cloud, with the overlapped space being referred to as a cloud space. Depending on how the clouds overlap, there can be a multitude of cloud spaces formed. Of course, a cloud space in itself is a type of cloud, so overlapping one cloud space with another also makes a cloud space. According to HT infrastructure theory, the space where we lead our normal everyday lives is referred to as the pre-directional dimensional space. According to theory, the universe is thought to have 18 different directions it spreads out into, with 6 of the dimensional axes out of them, constructing the space known as pre-directional dimensional space. This too is a type of cloud space. Out of cloud space constructed by remaining 12 dimensional axes, we define the movements of particles within a cloud space incompatible with pre-directional dimensional space as HT phenomena, such as telepathy. It would seem safe to refer to this as a mental cloud space, one of the heart and mind. To summarize, according to the HT infrastructure theory, we're able to explain that the dimension that we inhabit is a cloud space or a space with a normal height, width, and depth, mental space, and other spaces overlap. Now then, what kind of hypothesis in the dimension permutation hypothesis, you may ask? For our purposes, let's try giving each of the 18 dimensional axes their own name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 17, 18, A, B, C, D, E, F, P, Q, R. The ones that are currently selected as pre-directional dimensional spaces are the 6-dimensional axes A through F. Now then, what do you suppose would happen if we swap these dimensional axes positions with other ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 17, 18, H, I, J, P, Q, R, C, D, A. When we exchange them like so, the 6-dimensional axes H, I, J, P, Q, R will most likely create new pre-directional dimensional spaces. This very concept is the argument behind the dimension permutation hypothesis. I explained before, this universe has 18 directional expansions. If the dimension permutation hypothesis is correct, one can safely say a universe that exists in an overlap state will take several forms based on the angle it's viewed at. The angle viewed at is known as its aspect. A universe with different aspects, to put simply, means a universe where the allocations of p-directional dimensional axes differ. Sorry, I don't follow. That's why differing aspects will...
Just leave it to me. About where is it you don't follow, sir?
So, a universe with different aspects basically boils down to a parallel world. Or something like that.
Well, let's see. It being an alternate or parallel world strays a bit from the mark, I'm afraid.
Meaning?
Parallel worlds would imply that there are several different universes in existence, but the dimensional permutation hypothesis would suggest that there is only one. You could probably say that it's one universe with divisible sections being different throughout.
Oh.
It is essentially how a shadow can be cast in different ways. 6 of the dimensions govern height, length, and depth. But out of those 18, the shadow will be cast differently depending on which 6 are chosen.
Could you elaborate a little on the word shadow in this context?
Do you know how spring moves? We call this sort of motion simple harmonic oscillation, but this is the shadow of a circular motion. Circular motion is a 2-dimensional motion, and simple harmonic oscillation is a 1-dimensional motion, so the 2 dimensions are casting a shadow over the 1 dimension. It's akin to making shadow puppets. Does my hand's shadow look like a dog? How about this one? Both are the same shadow for my hand, but it's the shape that changes. The direction that light hits it, its aspect differs, you see. Very well. I will explain it using concrete numbers.
For the sake of simplicity, this time around we'll be taking a total of 4 dimensions, cloud spaces to use in this example. Those being the 3 dimensions that have done away with the imaginary axis among the pre-directional dimensional axes, and the 1 dimension that serves as the dimension that rules over mental activity, or as we know it, HT. The cloud space here overlaps the 1 mental dimensional space with 3 other dimensional spaces. Right now, I'm displaying the coordinates of where our universe is located above. Incidentally, the below graph shows the correspondence between the value of the electrical axis of the heart and the condition of the mind. This is just a simple example, so in actuality it's more complicated than that. Now then, let's think about what kind of permutations there are in this universe. The way you handle 4-dimensional cloud space is with 4, which equals 24 ways. Now we form 4 lines. I believe you'll understand once you take a look at this, but each of the coordinates of points representing the 3 dimensions cloud spaces are as they are below. You'll see that they all differ individually. These various objects are a clustering of points, so lines 1 through 4 should be indicative of the states of each individual differing object. However, what you should pay attention to here is that these are all the same point. The visible portions, shadows cast on 3 dimensions cloud space, shapes might vary, but these are all generated from a single point. In addition, let's add in the mental condition here. In actuality, it's not as simplistic as it may seem here, but to break it down, a person in line 1 who's sad will be happy in line 4. Following from that, the sadness from line 1 and the happiness from line 4 are both happening simultaneously. just as changing the shape of your hand simultaneously alters the shadow puppet you cast on the wall. Each individual aspect is linked to every other. There's only a single point. In other words, there's only a single universe, but you can pick up several different aspects, shadows cast, from it. The dimension permutation hypothesis declares that each separate universe that differs in aspects might be found in the logic of parallel worlds. 18-dimensional universal spaces. So 6 out of them are molding both the world I see in my own body. Also right now, Haru's in the universe with a different way of molding things. However, they're only one universe. Which means somewhere in this universe there's something connecting with Haru on one universe on the opposite side. That's right. That's a Cocoon. Then we have to find that. Or else... yeah. Still, it's amazing. Dimensional permutation hypothesis. If it was this incredible of a subject, it should be more of a big topic. What do you mean? You know, this theory, hypothesis. Whatever it is, it's amazing, isn't it? It's almost like we're in a pursuit of the truth of the world. What would happen if you explained the truth of the world? Would you try to strike it big and make some sort of different world travel company? Huh? There's no point to it. There's no point? Even if this hypothesis is correct, you do realize that you can't go to the universe with different aspects, right? Huh? It's like a shadow trying to go to another shadow. What does that mean? I mean going from here to here. Yeah, not doing it. We don't know how to go there. How do you plan on moving from shadow to shadow in the first place? It's an extremely difficult problem being posed. Something like that, well, it's hard to make anything like that a big topic, no? Parallel worlds and the many worlds interpretation. Long ago, many scholars trifled with theories and thought things like that up, but they ultimately figured that there's no point if you're unable to go there. In other words, it's an empty theory. It would maybe make a good novel, but there's not enough footing to make a thesis, don't you think? She has a point. It's almost like talking about grabbing clouds. Besides, Yatsubikun, how many ways do you think there are able to take the aspects of 18-dimensional spaces? If we were to calculate a factorial of 18, it sends shivers down my spine. Try calculating it, please. $6,402,373,705. No, I screwed up. You can read it. Oh, that quintillion, yeah. My bad. 600 for 6 quintillion 402 trillion 373,705,728,000 ways, ma'am. So quick. 18 equals 6 trillion. You know the other numbers. The universe that she's inhabiting is one of those many.
No way. That's crazy talk.
It means trying to search through an enormous amount of universes. How do you suppose it would be the best way of going about that? We have no clue on the way to go see her. No clue on how to get there early either. That's quite a lofty task. It's extremely difficult indeed. That's a terrible expression. Honestly speaking, I'm completely stymied as to what I should be doing. Natsubi-kun.
Yes?
I know I've been posing all this, but personally, I'm not trying to be pessimistic on the matter. I think it's plenty possible to somehow get you to see her.
How so?
Phenomena take precedence over theories.
Excuse me?
Look at it this way. Whether it's implausible theoretically or whatever, it's not as if this girl has actually transcended all aspects of the universe. What is actually transpiring here is much, much stronger than the simple empty theory. Natsubi-kun. That's the part that makes you wonder, doesn't it? Oh, I get it. You're saying that there's a loophole somewhere in the dimension permutation hypothesis. Or there's a way no one is privy to that doesn't contradict the dimension permutation hypothesis. A way to move from shadow to shadow.
Right. Thank you very much, Hime-senpai.
Why the need to be so formal?
You're looking after my well-being so cordially. It makes me extremely happy.
Don't mention it.
By myself, I've no doubt. I would not be able to accomplish anything. I think that I'm beginning to comprehend the situation that I've been thrust into. The fact that Haru is currently in a universe with different aspects. The fact that we have no clue on how to transcend the aspects of the universe. The fact that aspects of the universe, after we can transcend them, have 18 equals 6 quintillion ways. What is any of this? It's bonkers. It's bonkers, but the chances of me reuniting with Haru are no longer zero. I hope.
色それはいつがなくした果実の色